Okay, the first tip I'm going to share, which I call the legend tips, is from the legendary bodybuilder Larry Scott, Mr. Olympia, the very first Mr. Olympia. When we went into the gym, he said, Mike, we're going to start with shoulders. It's very important to build those shoulders, especially those deltoids, to make sure they're round and full, making sure the rear delt is equally developed as the side and front delt. And that's something that he shared with me, that if you assess your body, and if you're looking at your shoulders and the rear deltoids are underdeveloped and the front deltoids, which are usually overdeveloped, you need to do the first exercise to be the rear deltoid, then the side. And if your front delts are well developed, he said, skip the front delts because you can always get plenty of front delt when you do your chest workout. So what he did was he took me to the rack and we started at a modest weight and went up the whole rack up to the 60-pound dumbbells. Of course, he was using the 60s, I wasn't, but I worked as far as I could, which I think was like the 40-pound dumbbells at the time. And then all the ways down, so we do a set of 8 reps, drop the weight, 5-pound jump, 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps, take a minute rest, and then go back down on the rack. Rest a minute to a minute and a half, and then do it 2 more times. And that's how he really loved getting a really good burn, deep stimulation of the muscle fibers. And then he said, we're going to do the same thing with biceps, which we did. We took the we call the Scott curl, the Larry Scott curl, with the easy curl bar. And he had me use a weight and then drop the weight, descending set, and get 8 more reps, drop the weight, then he set, drop the weight, and then 1 more set. Then we took a minute rest, and then we started the cycle over again. And usually we do that about 3 to 4 times too. So what Larry really enjoyed was the descending sets, really micro resting between sets and making sure that you go from a lightweight to heavyweight and back down again, that pyramid style training. That was his way of really shocking the body, getting deep, dense muscle fiber stimulated. At the same time, it was a vicious pump. And when you're done doing your shoulders or your biceps or triceps, whatever muscle you're training, when you do that style of training, your body's on fire. Muscles are engorged with blood. You have this high, you have the endorphins flowing, and it stimulates your heart and lungs and circulation. So that's the first legend tip I'm leaving for you today.